All right, the Bucks. It is Talking Buccaneers. I'm Fumane, and I'm passing Orlando Stadium. And quick thought, and I'll be out of your way. I think most of us will have seen pleasing pictures of ex-Orlando Pirates players. Some would call them Orlando Pirates legends, doing what they call an induction for the new players, the 8 new signings, I think maybe 9 signings. I'm going to be doing a video about that in coming days, but I just am having this thought and I thought I'd just kind of drop it for you and hear what you guys think. But yeah, I think something that has been on my mind ever since seeing, some stuff on social media. I think the ex-pros that we will have seen is Innocent Maela, Happy Jele, Edward Modale, I think, was there. Who else was there? Tebogo Mloyi, I think, was there. Lucky Lekhwati was part of that. And what they had with the 8 or 9 new signings of Orlando Pirates is they've been going through what they call an induction program. I think we also saw Thandi Merafi, who's her title is officially media officer of Orlando Pirates, kind of speaking to the players, talking about the fact that they're now associated with the brand of Orlando Pirates. I imagine what the speech will have been is that they've got a responsibility to now represent the brand in good light. So that might have been specifically aimed at someone like Sipho Mbule. And yeah, so that will have been the speech, and you imagine that there's more. And there's other things that they do that obviously they didn't capture. And the thought that I particularly have, and I thought I wanted to share with you guys and kind of hear what you guys are thinking around this, is it's the first time we see something like that. So I was easily tempted to think, is this the first time that it happens at Orlando Pirates where the players are getting an induction program? And if you guys see sort of my hand being unstable is because, yeah, I'm in a car and it is moving. Yeah, I was asking myself, is this like the first time that this happens? It definitely is the first time that we see it. That they actually put it out there on the page of Orlando Pirates to get it out, to get that content out saying, hey, this is what we have done with the new players. Now, I think the first thing I was thinking is that if this isn't something that usually happens, which I doubt. I think this obviously happens, but say it wasn't. I think it's a good thing. I think immediately where your mind goes when you see ex-Orlando Pirates players with the new Orlando Pirates players, you're thinking there's a passing on of a baton, and that baton is specifically expectations, responsibilities, and getting these new players up to speed with what exactly does it mean to not play for Marumo Gallants, but to now play for Orlando Pirates. It's a different ball game altogether. It's a different animal altogether. And you are hearing it from first-hand observers or not observers, people who've had the first-hand experience, people who've had, I mean, in the case of Happy Jele, 400 appearances for Orlando Pirates. He knows exactly what it is to put on that jersey. He knows exactly what it is to go to Africa. He knows exactly what it is to try and chase down Mamelodi Sundowns. The expectations of, the hierarchy of Orlando Pirates, but even the fan base, to carry that weight of expectation week in, week out, to try and bring silverware at the club. And I think it's a good thing. I'll come back to whether it's happening for the first time or not, because I don't think so. But yeah, in any case, I think that sort of thing happening, which I do think, obviously, it's something that happens every year that Orlando Pirates signs players. But to actually see that as like a good reminder of saying, okay, Orlando Pirates has an identity, and they are seeking to pass down the identity of the club from one generation to the next. You don't want to get lost in sort of what is this team, where are we, who are we, that kind of thing. It's always good to see that there's a thread that is passing through all these different needles throughout generations. These players who are now going to don that jersey and taking it from people like Tim and all those kind of players, is that they're getting from the horse's mouths, hey guys, this is what's going on at the club. This is what, and I love also the variety of generations. I mean, you've got Tebo Khomloi there, who I think will have played for Pirates early 90s or so. Might be mistaken with that. You've got Majens Mutale, who's there. You've got Happy Jele, who played since like 2006, I think 2007, until 2021, 22, around there. Good 15 years at the club. You've got like Ilukhwati, who has been at Orlando Pirates since the early 2000s, maybe late 1990s as well, till around 2013, I think. And it's all these generations who have been at Pirates at different times, kind of keeping the consistency of the culture of the club and passing it on now to Sipombule and to Masindi and all these guys. And I love it. I think it's just a good sight to see. The fact that it's happening is just a good sight to see. Now, I wanted to say that obviously, you know, Pirates is a big institute. It's a professional environment. It's an elite club in Africa. And it's silly of us who saw that and thought, oh, it's good that they are now doing this. It's safe to assume that they've been doing this kind of thing, but I want to also commend them for actually putting it out there, which is the second part of what I want to speak about. Is I commend them for putting it out there for the consumption of the fans, for us to see that that's what's going on. They're definitely trying to make a statement. And in the last few years, we've seen that Pirates is trying to make these statements media-wise. You know, you think about the Bucks camp, you think about things that they've put out of, you know, what's happening in the changing room with certain fights, showing us who are the leaders in the dressing room, them putting out, you know, Erasmus saying what he was saying, which, you know, one wonders if that puts the club in good light, how he was, in his words, felt deserted by the club or unappreciated, them putting it out there. It's just, I think it's done some good. I know some people are thinking, hey, we want to keep everything inward. You don't want to attract like that, the attention of fans and that sort of thing. But I think the buy-in that we have as supporters is huge, and them taking those steps is boosting actually the buy-in of the support. And if you know what they call the trinity of a football club is, it's the players, it's the head coach, and it's the fans. And you want all those three things functioning together, buying into the cause, which is to win silverware for the club. And I think for large parts, it has felt like, large parts meaning like for a number of years, especially with the lack of success, it has felt like the support has been quite fragmented, is that you have these die-hard fans of Orlando Pirates, which I would call myself one. You've got these fans who will, like, even when we're losing 6-0, they'll turn out and they'll support the club, which is great, right? But then you've had people who have been disgruntled, which I'm also a part of. So this is basically me saying to you, I don't know where I'm at actually. But I'm also part of the supporters who have been largely frustrated by the lack of success, thereby not supporting the team as much as when the team is succeeding. And I think, yes, there hasn't been like massive success yet, especially on the league front. Domestic trophy here, domestic trophy there. But I also think that because the club is also taking steps to bring the support in terms of the journey, I beg your pardon, I think it's good. And I think this is something that's going to be well received by largely everyone. Let's be fair about that. I think we'll all largely receive positively the fact that Orlando Pirates is infusing the old and the young. Older generations and the new generations kind of working together to bring about the cause of the club, I think is a great thing, and I think it's something to be celebrated, and shout out to them for that. And yeah, long may that continue. Long may what continue. Long may the culture of the club being defined, knowing what Orlando Pirates is. And I mean, when you hear in the media a lot of people speaking about it, especially when they speak about the chairman, when they speak about some people who are like in the hierarchy of Orlando Pirates serving as maybe the general manager or the sporting director, is that they talk about the first thing you understand is where you're at. Like the first thing they want you to get is where are you? And you already feel it when you're at Orlando Pirates that I'm at Orlando Pirates now and not Kaizer Chiefs. Anyway, up the mighty Bucks. Cheers. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video from Talking Buccaneers. If you did, please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all our future content.